They called him a failure, his own family, his closest friends, even the woman he loved. They said he was wasting his life, that he would never amount to anything, that some people are just not built for success. And for a long time, he believed them. But here's what nobody knew. Inside that same small room where people laughed at him, sitting on a broken chair, with a cracked phone screen and $10 left in his account, he was quietly building something that would change his life forever. This is the story of Marcus. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why the people who give up on you are sometimes the greatest fuel you'll ever have. Marcus grew up in a small city. Nothing fancy, nothing special. His father worked long hours at a factory. His mother cleaned offices at night. They weren't poor enough to starve, but they were never, ever comfortable. Marcus watched his parents work themselves to exhaustion every single day, and still struggled to pay rent. He made himself a promise when he was 15 years old. I will never live like this. But life doesn't care about promises. By the time Marcus was 23, he had failed at almost everything he tried. He dropped out of college after 2 years, couldn't afford the fees. He applied for over 40 jobs and got rejected from all of them. He tried to start a small t-shirt business with his cousin. That failed in 3 months. His bank account sat at 0 more times than he could count. And the people around him? They noticed. His uncle, the one who always had something to say at family dinners, started calling him the dreamer, but not in a kind way. In the way that means, you're fooling yourself. His girlfriend at the time told him, quietly one evening, Marcus, maybe you just need to accept where you are. That sentence hit him like a punch to the chest. Accept where you are. He was 23, broke, humiliated, and completely lost. Things didn't just stay bad. They got worse. Marcus moved back into his childhood bedroom. The same room he swore he'd escape by 21. He was sleeping on the same mattress from high school, staring at the same cracked ceiling, except now he felt the weight of everyone's disappointment pressing down on him every morning he opened his eyes. His girlfriend left him 2 weeks later. He didn't blame her. He barely left the house. He scrolled through social media for hours, watching people his age traveling, building businesses, getting promotions. Every post felt like a reminder that the world was moving forward, and he was standing completely still. One night, his cousin came over. They sat in the kitchen, and his cousin, laughing, not cruelly, but carelessly, said something Marcus never forgot. Bro, some people are just meant to work for other people. There's nothing wrong with that. Not everyone's supposed to be rich. Marcus didn't say anything. He just nodded. But inside something snapped. Not in an angry way, in a quiet, cold, decided way, like a door closing. He went back to his room, sat on his bed, looked at his phone, the cracked screen he couldn't afford to replace, and thought, if this little device is how billions of people connect, buy things and make decisions every single day, why can't it be the thing that changes my life? He didn't have a plan yet. But that question, that one question, was the beginning of everything. Marcus started researching, not scrolling, researching. He watched videos late into the night. He read free articles, joined online forums, listened to podcasts while walking around his neighborhood at 6 a.m. just to clear his head. He was looking for something real, something he could actually do with no money, no degree, and nothing but a phone and Wi-Fi. And then, about 3 weeks into this obsession, he found it. He stumbled across a concept called content monetization through short-form video. Now, before you think this is just another go viral and get rich story, stay with me. Because what Marcus discovered wasn't about fame. It was about systems. He learned that people all over the world were building faceless channels. No cameras, no face, no personal brand, and making real income through ad revenue, affiliate links, and digital products. He saw screenshots of earnings, real dashboards, real numbers. Could this actually be real? He dug deeper. And the more he researched, the more he realized this wasn't magic. It was a skill, and skills could be learned. Marcus had one advantage that most people underestimate. He had nothing to lose, no reputation to protect, no income to risk, no one expecting anything from him anyway. So he decided to start. The first month was humbling. Marcus posted his first video. It got 11 views. 8 of them were probably him. He posted another. 17 views. He kept going. He started studying what worked, why some videos got thousands of views and others got none. He paid attention to thumbnails, titles, hooks, pacing. He treated it like a job, even though it wasn't paying him anything yet. He woke up every morning at 5:30 a.m., before his parents were up, before the house got noisy, and he worked on his content for 2 hours before the day started. 3 months in, something small happened. One of his videos hit 4,000 views. For most people, that's nothing. But for Marcus, sitting in his childhood bedroom, on a broken chair with the same cracked phone, those 4,000 views felt like the world had finally looked up and noticed him. He posted it in the online community he'd joined. People congratulated him. Strangers, people he'd never met, who had no reason to be kind, were cheering for him. This is different, he thought. These people believe I can do this. But something unexpected happened next. That same video over the following 2 weeks kept growing. It hit 40,000 views, then 90,000. His channel crossed 1,000 subscribers, and then, for the first time in his life, he opened an app on his phone and saw money he had earned. Not from a boss, not from a job application, not from begging or borrowing, from something he built. It was $47, and Marcus sat in that room and cried. Month 5. Marcus had refined his system. He understood his audience. He knew what topics performed. He had built a small but loyal following. He woke up one Tuesday morning, checked his phone, and saw a notification he didn't expect. One of his videos, about managing money on a low income, had been shared by a large financial page. It was spreading fast. By noon, it had 200,000 views. By that evening, 600,000. His phone was buzzing constantly. New subscribers, comments pouring in, people from countries he'd never visited thanking him, saying his video had helped them. That month, Marcus made $3,800 in a single month, more than his father made working the factory for 30 days on his feet. He didn't tell anyone at first, he just kept working. Month 6. $200. He quietly paid off a debt that had been haunting his family for 2 years. He didn't make an announcement. He just slipped the receipt under his mother's door one morning. She knocked on his bedroom door an hour later, eyes red. She didn't say anything. She just hugged him. And the uncle who called him the dreamer at every family dinner, he asked Marcus, casually, carefully, if he could show him how that YouTube thing works. Marcus smiled and said, "Sure, I'll teach you." No anger, no bitterness, just quiet proof. Now here's where this story becomes yours. Because Marcus isn't special. He didn't have connections, capital, or a college degree. What he had were habits and decisions that anyone can copy. Lesson 1. Start with systems, not dreams. Marcus didn't say, "I want to be famous." He said, "I want to understand how this works." He studied the mechanics. What makes a video perform? What keeps viewers watching? What makes someone click? Dreams are vague. Systems are actionable. Build the system first. Lesson 2. Volume beats perfection. His first videos were average, some were bad. He posted anyway. Every video taught him something his research couldn't. The people who wait until everything is perfect never start. Marcus started ugly and got better because he started. Lesson 3. Your lowest point is data, not destiny. Every rejection, every failure, you'll never make it. Marcus used it as information. Information about what wasn't working. Information about who he didn't want to listen to. Information about what he was willing to do that others weren't. Your struggle is not the end of your story. It's research for the next chapter. Lesson 4. The phone in your hand is not just entertainment. It's infrastructure. Billions of people use the internet every day to learn, to buy, to decide. Every one of those decisions is an opportunity for someone who knows how to create value in that space. Marcus had the same device as everyone else. He just chose to build with it instead of just consume with it. Marcus's story isn't about YouTube. It's about what happens when a person who has been told they are nothing decides to quietly prove the world wrong. Not loudly, not angrily, just consistently. One video, one morning, one system, repeated, until the results became undeniable. If you're sitting somewhere right now feeling like Marcus did, overlooked, underestimated, maybe even laughed at, I want you to hear this clearly. The people who doubt you the most are simply describing their own limitations, not yours. Your phone, your internet connection, and your willingness to learn, that's enough to start. Now here's my question for you, and I genuinely want to know. If you were in Marcus's position, broke, rejected with nothing but a phone and determination, what would you have done? Drop your answer in the comments. I read every single one. And if this story moved you, if you felt something, subscribe. Because every week we bring you stories like this. Stories of real transformation, real lessons, and real proof that where you start is never where you have to finish. The next story might be the one that changes your life. Don't miss it.